the guy who's doing the video. He did find it already, so
adjusted correctly. So, I want to welcome you all here today. I am Cindy Bear. I'm the principal of Edith Teeter Elementary. I'm so thrilled to have all of you here. And I'm thrilled that we're celebrating this very special occasion with our fifth graders. You know, in just a few days, a lot of people are going to gather on this campus to celebrate the graduating seniors of the high school. Now, graduating from high school is a big deal. It really is. But so is this. You see, you guys are just about to embark on the very beginning of that journey. It begins in middle school. You're going to start to form your own work habits. You're going to get your very close friends. You're going to establish your very own values. You will begin the future you. Now, we've tried to lay the groundwork for that here at Edith Teeter. You may feel like some of the things that we do here are elementary stuff, but they're not. You see, nothing will prepare you for the adult world more than what you have learned here at ETE. For example, when you're sitting in a college class and you have to decide whether to ask a question out loud or not so you can learn something very important, or when you get the opportunity to fill out your voter registration, when you find yourself at a party and you're not exactly comfortable with what's being passed around, you'll remember that you not only have the right to participate, you have the right to pass. One day, you'll understand how important attentive listening is when you get the chance to sit with your grandpa before he passes away. Or you're sitting in an interview and all eyes are on you. When you have to present your idea to your boss because your promotion depends on it. You'll understand attentive listening. Someday, when you go home from work and your daughter has been humiliated on social media by her so-called friends, you'll remember why we taught you how important no put-downs are in life. When you have a crew of young people working for you and a big job to finish, when you have to make rules for your children to keep them safe, you will remember how important mutual respect is. See, these aren't elementary principles. They're life skills. Yes, throughout life, you're going to need to know how to decode words, how to multiply decimals, and how to write an essay. And we hope you've learned a few of those things here at Edith Teeter. But more importantly, we've tried to teach you how to be a good human being. Because that's what really matters. It matters to your parents, to your lifelong friends, and to your future family. If you carry anything away from your time here at ETE, please take the agreements that we've taught you and walk away with the knowledge that you are important and you are loved. And it began here. Our fifth grade students took a lot of time and effort to write some very important speeches because just like I had to sit and figure out how do I pour out my heart to you guys in such a way that I won't cry and give you something meaningful. These fifth graders had the same task. They were charged to write write their own speeches, and every single one of them did. Now, clearly, we don't have enough time to share all of them, but the kids voted on their fellow students that they wanted to share their speeches in front of all of you today. The rest of the speeches are on display, and we certainly hope you take the time to find your child's speech and read it with them before you even take that home. But the students that were selected are going to now come forward and present their speeches. We're going to start with Pam Otteson.
Hi, my name is Pam Otteson and I'm representing 5th grade. Just a year ago, I was moving back to America after spending 8 years in Thailand. To be honest, I didn't want to move to America and I really didn't want to spend my last year of elementary here. I had my set of friends and I called Thailand my home. I thought this year was going to be the worst year of my life. However, it has been a joy to be here with all the new friends and teachers. Miss Bear has been the best principal ever because she is involved and we see her walking in the halls. I remember attending back to school night. When I saw all the other students, I thought they probably all knew each other and I would never make friends. But I did, and I made a lot, and I have all of you to thank for that. Thanks for welcoming me, the new kid. Everyone is my friend and we stand up for each other. As an entire 5th grade, we got to experience Keystone Science School. It was fun helping to fundraise by baking cookies, volunteering at football games, and playing bingo. Once we got to Keystone, we had a lot of fun hiking, dancing, and playing games. We got to stay in cabins overnight, and in one of the rooms, we turned off the light to make it spooky. Future 5th graders, don't be scared, you'll have so much fun. Now we are moving on to middle school with lockers and all the new teachers. Raise your hand if you're scared for middle school. I sure am. My hope for us is that we don't judge one another and that we love each other for who we are. I hope we all succeed in our scary but hopefully fun future. We have so many more years left, hopefully with each other. I will remember my classmates as the goofy, loud, loving class. I want to give a special thanks to Ms. Had because she has made me feel especially at home because we were both new. Thanks so much for coming. It means a lot to us.
One of the 5th grade teachers, and next we have Zoe Westbrook.
Good afternoon, teachers, staff, parents, high school mentors, families, and students. I'm Zoe Westbrook, and I am new to Fairplay and Edith Teeter Elementary. I've probably been at Edith Teeter Elementary for 6 months. I moved from a town called Wilmington. Even though I've been here for a short amount of time, I learned lots of different things and met lots of different people. My journey through 5th grade has been very interesting days. I've definitely met a lot of weird, kind, brave, and courageous people. Everyone has definitely helped me feel at home. Ever since I came to ETE, I got the chance to become very close with the students here. I got the opportunity to watch all of them grow into very strong, smart, and mature kids. Of course, a lot of them are still very immature, but so yes, they're still very immature. Everyone here has grown in some sort of way, and they all learn to be kind to each other for the most part. They also learn how to do more difficult math equations, read more difficult books, and know more history. I enjoyed my time at ETE with all the amazing people I met. In addition, we had lots of fun moments together. One of the fantastic things we did was do KSS, which is Keystone Science Day. It was so much fun. But I didn't go. That was pretty sad. After testing, that's considered a fun moment. We also did lots of baking challenges and baby stomach challenges, which a lot of people probably have no idea what I'm talking about. I guess we had pretty fun moments throughout the year. Now it's time to talk about the future. Middle school seems pretty exciting. You get sports. You also get bigger portion of the food as you get older. I guess that for but I don't eat s'mores, so that's not very important to me. The real middle school stuff is getting a locker. Yay, I guess that's pretty cool. Going back to present time for just a second, for those of you who don't know, fifth graders get to go on a tour of the middle school. This year, the girls went with Mrs. Francucci, the boys went with Mr. Grease. Next year, be careful who you talk to. The girls group went to some very optimistic kids. I'm not going to name names, but just be careful who you talk to. The most exciting part is getting lockers. It's getting attention. Yeah, shoving kids into lockers is a blast, especially with friends. I'm just kidding, it's more fun to do homework and sports. We have less homework and way more sports, but then again, we can't do sports without that. Lastly, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to me talk about very exciting and boring things. I'd also like to thank my teachers and close friends for making my life at school easier. For the younger kids, even though it may seem hard, it gets a lot easier, so keep going. Most of my class and close friends names going to do this somewhere in the speech. As Alexander Hamilton once said, I never expect perfect work from an imperfect man. By that, I think that personally means if we're all perfect, we can never make it perfect. Good luck, future fifth graders and future middle schoolers. Thank you to my friends and many more. Have a great rest of your afternoon.
And next we'll have Olivia Zuber.
Hello, family, friends, and students. My name is Olivia Zuber, and I have been at this school since preschool. And that's a lot of years. Even though some things weren't so great, I still had an amazing experience in elementary school. Plus, there are so many awesome people that can help me throughout the year, like Ms. Hatch, Jess, and Izzy, our high school helpers. I would also like to give a special thanks to Ms. Campbell and Ms. Davis, our specialist teachers. I would like to reflect on a few memories I made at my time at Edith Teeter Elementary School. I remember in kindergarten, whenever I got my stick put on red for behavior, I would always put it back on green. I obviously got in bigger trouble than I was before. I learned how to be honest from Miss Ambrose. Then in second grade, when we were supposed to be cleaning, Lily, Cassidy, and I would sit in the corner and talk. After we were done talking, she would scold me, but she's still an awesome teacher because she taught me how to be respectful. We still go over to her class on Mondays and Wednesdays so we can catch up. Fifth grade was special because I had the privilege of going to Keystone Science School with Miss Hatch. Keystone Science School was the best because I got to go sleep on every hike and wear my unicorn pajamas and the cabins we stayed in overnight. It was exhausting, but I learned a lot. When I go to middle school, I'll miss some things more than others. I'll miss my teachers a lot. Other than that, I want a bottom locker because I'm kind of short. Other than that, I want teachers that can help me when I don't understand something. Thank you for not falling asleep while I read this. Have a great ceremony.
And now we'll have Ava Parent Christie.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, teachers and staff. I hope you've had a great day so far. My name is Ava Pancucci, and like many of my classmates, I have been at Edith Teeter Elementary since preschool. To start, our time at Edith has been amazing because of lifelong friendships, new friendships too, the teachers, and all the amazing people that have come and gone. We have learned so much here from adding 1 + 1 to y, like Mrs. Dumas always said. You don't divide by decimals. Like, when we were first in kindergarten, we didn't even know how to count to 50. But now that we're moving on to 6th grade, we know how to multiply, divide, subtract, and add fractions. Decimals and normal numbers, too. We have gone on many trips and done many activities throughout our elementary years. But the most important to us was our amazing overnight adventure to Keystone Science School. We played a game called Tectonic Plates, where we had to act like parts of the Earth's crust. At nighttime, we would look at the stars and we even found constellations. We came back to ET with new understandings and skills. Plus, we got really good at the Andy's Coming Challenge, where everyone falls to the ground like the toys in Toy Story. KSS was the best time of our lives in 5th grade. Towards the end of this year, we went to the local park because park testing was finished, and we did a great job. We also went swimming during our PE time, and you can't forget about all the wonderful high school mentors and all the hard work they put into each classroom that we have been in from kindergarten to 5th grade. We are so excited for middle school in the future, for our own responsibility, lockers, and not having to walk in single file lines wherever we go. Responsibility is big in middle school, like getting your homework done on time, walking in the halls, and being nice and not bullying. We are so excited for hour-long class periods. In my opinion, the best part about middle school is detention. Who wouldn't want to spend their Friday at school for calling people names and slamming them into drinking fountains? Just kidding. The best part about moving on to middle school is that it is a totally different experience. We want to thank a bunch of staff and teachers, classmates, and principals that have been at the school since pre-K, and high school mentors for a great 6 years in ETE. A huge thanks for providing a great education to get us ready for life in middle school. We also want to thank Ms. Martino for a great beginning in 5th grade and going through all the rough hours and minutes in the day. Most of all, we need to thank each other because we wouldn't have gotten this far without pushing each other forward and keeping each other going. As Albert Einstein said, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Let's all go be crazy in 6th grade and make the world remember us. Thank you and have a most excellent summer.
All right, those 5th graders made public speaking look really easy and fun. It's not my favorite thing. I'm Cindy Shane, I'm the school counselor, and I have the privilege of recognizing a really special group of 5th graders that we have this year. It's a new group, and they had to apply for being a part of the group, and it was completely voluntary. And so I would like to invite our student ambassadors up to the front. They're all wearing leis today. So if they could all come up to be recognized. So we had 10 students who fit the bill, I guess, for our student ambassadors. And basically, they were selected to be leaders and positive role models at ETE. So they had lots of jobs. They took new students on tours, and they greeted new students on their very first day at the borough doors and welcomed them and walked them to their meeting spot. They gave up their recess for meetings, which is a difficult thing to ask any elementary student. What else? They delivered thank you notes to our community sponsors. We hand-delivered, we went on a fun field trip and hand-delivered thank you notes to our community sponsors. They wrote sticky notes to every single 3rd, 4th, and 5th grader just before our state testing with positive messages on their desks. And they helped out with the Pennies for Patients drive. And they also wrote Get Well cards and Thinking of You cards for students and staff members who were going through tough times. So they really stepped into lots of different roles. They also did our morning announcements, which some of them loved to do, and some of them it was not their favorite thing. When I look back on the applications that they had turned in to attempt to become a student ambassador, I went back and I looked at some of the qualities that they had listed that were important to have to be a student ambassador, and I wanted to share these because I'm looking at our 4th graders who are going to be the leaders next year, and these are the qualities that we're looking for. Student ambassadors should be patient, open-minded, kind, and happy to help. And these are the words from these students here. Student ambassadors should have empathy, be welcoming, and friendly. And student ambassadors should have courage.
I believe all of these students did those things and then some. And so we are going to give you today your ETE t-shirts that the PTO bought you. You get to keep those. And just a little picture of our student ambassador crew here. We are hoping to keep this group going next year, so we'll be looking for some up-and-coming 4th graders who are going to be 5th grade next year to be our leaders. We need your help in getting the job done and taking care of our community as ETE minors. So let's hear it for our student ambassador.
Our certificates of completion to our 5th grade students. And when they receive this certificate, they will now be allowed to go to middle school. And don't you wish you all had this special paper, because then you would never have to come to school. Just kidding. We're going to start with Mrs. DeMoss's class. You guys have room for it. So when I call your name, please come forward and accept your certificate from your teacher. Congratulations. James Bertram. Calvin Brisky. Ken Cooper. Jacob Serkey. Sophia De Herrera. Kira DeLucio. Delia Domino. Haley Ficus. Jaden Graham.
I like the class on.
Michaela Green. Mackenzie Green. Marcus Paul Stamper. Emily Hayes. Joshua Krugman. Haley Lee. Gabe Mays. Christian McClure. Kira Metcalf. Jackson Miller. Ava Panacucci. Gage Summers. Noah Trask. Zoe Westbrook. Aiden Wilson. Now it's going to switch hands, and we will announce Mrs. Hatch's class. Blake Bassnet. Sage Clement. Gracie Jane Cole. Jeremy Hugh. Tori Duncan. Brett Farr.
Yeah. Everyone.
Kyle Slater. Sydney Hayes. Bart Fernandez. Stephen Holland. Taylor Horvath. Lynn Ayazo. Maya January. Lily John. Frankie Just. Cassidy Lanahan. Jaden Lucero. Mason Morgan. Zayden McMillan. Logan Middleton. Ileana Ortiz. Cam Addison. Kayrani Pierce. Samuel Chateau. Alexandra Sprague. Olivia Zuber.